Hello all together. Uh, First of all, I want to thank Max Yuryev for making some Blackmagic Raw footage available for download. And I took the chance and make a tiny little project in DaVinci Resolve to show you what this footage is capable to do and how super performant it is. So once more, many thanks to Max, many thanks for his okay to use the footage for this video. And yeah, let's get into it. So what did I do? I took his footage, made a tiny story out of it. I have here to the left side the footage straight out of camera, except for this one where I just modified the audio a little bit. This footage is raw developed, and this one with the blue bar here is also additionally a little bit tweaked in color with some tiny adjustments I just wanted to apply. Why there is only here a blue line and nowhere else? Now we're coming to the performance of this Blackmagic Raw footage. This iMac is quite a little bit old iMac. It's a late 2015 with 16 GB RAM, AMD 395X with 4 GB video RAM, and yeah, today's computers, especially iMac Pros and probably also the top line 15-inch MacBook Pros are probably faster. iMac Pro for sure. Why here is the blue line and nowhere else, and also nowhere a red line? That means if you go here to the playback and select first of all proxy mode off, that will display the UHD footage of Max in full quality. Timeline is UHD. Render cache is set to user, and if you tweak these settings here in playback, only these clips or parts of clips are rendered, where you right click and check here render cache color output, or additionally render cache fusion output, but I have no fusion utilized here, so this is sufficient. Why do I explain this? I want to show you how performant this system, this Blackmagic system is, also on an old computer, because there is no optimized media generated. There is no, except for the one here, no render cache generated, and at the same time I'm demonstrating this here now. I'm recording the full resolution content of the 5K screen of my 27-inch iMac, and if I go here, I can absolutely fluently move the playhead without any interruptions whatever. That has several advantages. For example, if there is no need to generate optimized media, you do not waste any disk space or whatever, because optimized media means normally up to 10-12 times more disk space than your compressed footage of the camera has, like e.g. H.265, which is coming out in an excellent quality from a Fujifilm X-T3, for example. With this computer here, I can not work directly with H.265 media because the graphics card is too slow to work directly with H.265, because I think 2015 no one has been talking of H.265. So what I have done here. Okay, let's check the RAW settings. If I go to color, you see these first 4 clips are decoded using camera metadata. Then I just copy pasted it to these 4 clips. And these clips here, I just switch decode using clip to from camera metadata to clip. And this is also a great thing. You can go back to camera metadata, go forward to clip, and it keeps your manually tweakings as you have set them. It's just great. You do not have to retweak after switching here something. The difference is if you apply these tweakings here to the footage, they are instantly valid for all nodes in here. So just to demonstrate it, let's say with this here, if I make an additional node, pull the saturation from 1.53 to a higher value, just watch the nodes up here, how they change both. I tweak this up. Did you see? That's the difference. You are modifying here the raw file. So it is instantly valid for all nodes and not only for the node you are working on. This is a difference in behavior, how you work with this. Instead of editing what most people are used to work on H264 output from whatever. The feature on this raw file I personally like most, of course I like everything of it, I love everything of it, is here these 2 checkboxes, highlight recovery and use video black level. By default, footage comes in like so, and if you just check here the blues in the RGB parade, you see here, where I'm now moving the mouse, we have blown out sections, or compressed, or I do not know what's going up there. Normally, this would be an ugly thing if you are editing footage you have been recording with the camera, which can only produce H265, H264, and just no raw footage. Here with the raw files, I click highlight recovery, and boom, all data back. I think that's the sky part here, which is a little bit blown out, and maybe some parts of this here, and maybe also the windows. And with the video black level, you just make it, the image turns out a little bit more contrasty. So this is just really great. The rest tweakings I did here is just only because I wanted to emphasize the red of this board frame. It's without and with. It's just very subtle, but I prefer it a little bit like so. And the blues here of this, just watch, it's very subtle. You probably do not see it on YouTube. And the hydrant here is, if I move over here, the reds here are very dominant without correcting them out. This is like they show up after tweaking the raw file, and I just reduce this ultra bright red. Yeah. So let's now come to the interesting part. How fast is the rendering during screen capturing of this big retina display with my screen capture software? Okay. Yeah, let's just start here. Let's go to deliver. Let's check what we have here. Okay, the file is timeline name, video I want UHD, 30 frames per second, quality automatic, keyframes automatic, frame reordering, blah blah blah. Important, use optimized media and use render cached images it's by default unchecked, and it's good that way, because now the render engine takes really the raw footage and calculates in best quality the final result. Okay, audio is linear PCM 16-bit. Yeah, okay, so I first delete my test renders from right before, then add to render queue. It says you already did it. Normally this does not pop up if you never rendered it out. Check again. UHD 264 8-bit, 30 frames per second. The footage is 60 frames per second. And now watch, we have now 16, 16, and I wait until it's 16, 17, and then I start the render. Okay, go. So you should see the speed, how fast this is rendering. If there is no screen capturing running, it's about twice as fast. It's amazing. You know, you must understand what happens now. The screen capture runs, the render engine must decompress the raw file, the render engine must generate the H265 and write it down to the disk. And all this without any optimization except of this one clip with the blue bar on it. I'm normally totally in the Fuji system, and unfortunately they don't have any raw files, only their flog and the HLG. And it is not possible to work with my computer without generating optimized media first fluently if I edit a video. With this Blackmagic Raw format, there is no need to generate optimized media. What is a time saver? What is a disk space saver? And all side effects these 2 points bringing with them. And this is just amazing. This is a complete system, and it's just doing it like you expect it from such a system. This is one of the best and most innovative thing I saw the last 5 or 6 years, because the other companies beginning with the A in the name have not been quite as innovative in cumulation the last 5 years together. Yeah. That's also the reason why I did not purchase a new MacBook Pro and a new iMac for the last 5 years, because I do not want to purchase a MacBook Pro, even if it has 32 gigabytes of RAM and even it has a super screen, if I have to carry a bunch of adapters with me. It's not Apple-like, you know. Yeah. However, I hope you liked the video. I want to thank Max Yuryev once more for offering this footage for download. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. Please check also the bell and stay informed for upcoming uploads. I wish you a nice evening, have a nice day, bye bye, and cheers!